Hey, it's Luke from Mr. FBA. This is episode 4 of the VA training course for beginners that I have been doing. And it's going to follow a similar sort of trail of thought, all to do around orders, managing orders, accounts, inventory, I always say that wrong. And this video is about managing orders and replenishable lists. So what you'll find is that you can find the product. Basically, you as a VA may be asked to source products, maybe asked to do all the admin work while the business owner is sourcing the products. And what I'm going to teach you in this video, which the business owner may want you to do, is to provide an Excel sheet or spreadsheet on the products that have sold over the last, say, 3 days or 7 days, and then provide him the ASINs and the quantities of each product that's sold, basically giving a summary of what's sold so that they can make actions on replenishing or basically buying fresh stock of those products that have sold. So just to give you a brief overview of what I mean, for example, it's very easy to find new products to buy because you will get sent sourcing lists. The business owner will get the sourcing list and they'll buy new products. And yes, it might be easy to go back and see, oh, I haven't got any of that and I can buy it again. But the great thing about this is that it fills all the holes, because it's very easy to let products slip through the net and you forget that you've bought them historically. And so by keeping this, you are always making sure that everything that you have previously bought is being bought again if you can still buy it at that original price. So for example, if you bought it last week at £10, you bought 5 and you sold them, but you might have done that on 20 or 30 different items, the same principle. If it comes to now, you may remember a couple, the business owner may remember a couple and look to replenish them, but he or she may not remember all of them. And some of the products may disappear, sell out, and the business owner will not be aware that they can still go back to the original store and pick up more of the same items. So they're losing product leads, which they could basically go back and buy again. And definitely around Christmas time and stuff, you need to find as many products as you can and get them into Amazon. So why during the year it may not be as important because you haven't got the money to buy every single thing that you can find. Definitely at certain times in the year you will need to have a good system so that you can go and manage all of your potential purchases rather than only buying the new products that come available. You also want to know if you can buy the old products, because that's almost more than what the new products will only be as of that day, but historically you could have many days of old purchases that you can go back and buy. So this will basically be for a virtual assistant who has been asked by the business owner to provide a summary of the previous 7 days. So we're going to do this in this example, so that you can then provide it to your business owner and he or she can review it and see if they want to go back and buy stuff. You might find that it's not possible, but yeah. So this is going to be a very simplified version of what this is the beginner's course, of course. It can get more complex and depthy, and I will quickly touch on it, but just for now we will talk about what this is. So this is a year ago, just so that I don't mind showing you the data of the products I sold. This area here will be covered over because it's got sell order numbers and stuff and people's names, but this is okay for you to just, you'll be able to see what the product is and stuff. And as you can see, all these products were within a 7-day period up here. This time last year, Monday to Sunday, and most, for example, you could have a VA that is only working 1 day a week. You may be only working 1 day a week, and every Monday or Tuesday, whatever day, you might be asked to review the previous 7 days. And if you're working on the Monday, the previous 7 days would be the previous Monday to Sunday. And you can see, so for example, our girl here shows up there. Basically, you can see there's our girl, one there, and there's probably more if you go down, another one here. Now, I may have only bought, or the business owner may have bought 10, but how many have sold? How many do I have left? Okay, I may still be able to buy that item because I might be able to identify it quick enough that it's selling fast enough that I can then go back quick enough before the deal or whatever expires. So the deal might only be 7 days. If I get them on the 6th day, I still have 1 day to buy it. If the business owner or whoever's looking at this data doesn't look at it at all, then they never actually buy this item again. Or they look at it too late and it's already gone back to the full price. And so what you would do, you have a couple of options. Now I find the easiest option for 7-day period, so you literally just make sure you've got the biggest scope, 100. You can see it's 169 for the week here, last year. You would literally then go to the top of the top of the listing here and basically rip off this. Now I haven't actually done it with this new look system, but we will actually do it and it should come up correct. So I'm going to paste values rather than pasting the data itself, if you get what I mean. So we're going to copy this, which is Command C or Control C. You're going to jump over to a spreadsheet and basically just paste special values in here. Yes, it won't look the same, it will look a bit funny, which is fine. Because ultimately you can see what's happened here. Like, you basically don't need this information here. I just wanted to see what came up. Delete that. I'm just going to expand that so we can see fully what's going down. Right, now you can see this is the product, this is the ASIN, this is the buyer's details, and then when you see the date, obviously you can see a date and a date. You then have more information, but realistically what you're looking for is the ASIN, so you can see here, ASIN. Now that is actually what you want. Yes, okay, this is going to be a very, very, very basic video. So for example, you could then create formulas to search for anything that begins with a B, possibly the B, or anything that is within that. I personally don't know off the top of my head. I know there's definitely going to be a way that you can just basically extrapolate the data very fast, but as a basic means to start off, you can see that each ASIN is obviously there. So what you can do is you can add an extra sheet page. So you've got two sheets. One sheet is the raw data, and one sheet is then the new data. And what you can do is you can type in product and ASIN. So basically, you can use this as a basis, and then you could basically formulate everything to make it far easier. But just so you, like anyone would be able to actually do it, no matter what your skill level. That's basically how I'm aiming these beginner courses. The more advanced, I will do some more advanced videos, and they will be a little bit more in depth with more complex sort of analysis and stuff. But at the moment, we're going to do this. So you can see here it says refund. So you have to be careful. Oh no, it's not. Okay, yeah. So I've never actually done this. It's normally the virtual assistant. So you can see here that is actually just mirroring. If you go here, it's mirroring this part. So it's actually just pulling the data. So you don't actually really, you would only need that section, but when you go to sort of select it, or it creates, it goes to all the data. I'll have a quick look to see if there's a better way. There's probably you can probably download some stuff here. We'll go to somewhere else, but this is just a very simple exercise. And now, literally, what you're going to do, which yes, it does a little bit time consuming, but it's just how it is. So you're going to go to the first item, go ahead and just copy the first product item into here, like so. And then you're going to go quantity, and you as a virtual assistant will just go through. You can see quantity 1 and the ASIN. So all you need to do is pull off the ASIN, quantity 1, and obviously over time you would be a lot faster at this, and you would tally up as you go. So you can tally up as you go, or what you can do is you can do this. So as this is a beginner course, you can go tally up as you go, and then you can literally just go to the next product in the list. So you can use the date as a reference, date, and then you've got the data, and then you've got the date, and then you've got the new set of data, yeah? So you can see here, so it would be Argyle, ASIN, quantity, and so on. Next would be Skylanders, and so on. Or you can do this, which is another easier way. And once you've done that, you would then have to would have to remember that you've already covered micronoid, but what you can do is you can do this. So I could select this ASIN here and I can copy it. I can go Control F and V. F and V basically goes to find, so it finds that ASIN within this whole data range, all this information, and actually it's showing Control F or Command F, and then you just paste it in with Control V or Command V into that box. It's saying 1 of 1, so there's now only one of that product that's sold. So I now know that is actually going to be like that, and that's complete. So you could green it up or whatever you want to do to say that product is complete. Now I'll give you another example. Select the ASIN. It doesn't matter which way you do it, of course. Like if you want to do the product first, that's fine. But you know, it's just literally you can even just do it raw data like that. So you don't, and then what you want to do, obviously you would put 1, but as we already looked in the previous example, I've written orders, there's more than one of this sold. So what you can go ahead and do is grab the ASIN, then you can go find again, and now you can see here it says 1 of 7, yes, there. So within this data range there is 7 that have sold within the 7 days, and we could put 7, and now you know that our girl's done, and obviously as you go you will come across the same products. Now what you can do is once you start getting this data quite full, and obviously you may forget that you've originally done our girl, yeah? So let's say we've forgotten about the our girl because we're doing so many of these, I'm not sure what we've already added or not. So let's find another our girl. Was that another one there? Okay, here it is. So we'll grab that. Obviously we would do the same thing. Oh look, 1 of 7, but we forgot, or 2 of 7. But we've already forgotten. Now, what you would actually identify is that that is number 2 in the list of 7, not number 1. So it should be number 1. If you pass number 1, it's showing 2. That means you've already done the first entry of this ASIN, which would be above, because it's now below. It's now cell 85. So this is actually showing you've already done it. So that's one tell, or one quick way of seeing. Miss. Next one. Next product. Next product. If you don't get that far, and let's say you get this far, and you go to enter it, now look what you can do. You don't actually have to. You Control F, Control V, so it pastes into this box. First tell that it's already been entered. Second tell, don't get off of this. Leave this here. Don't press escape or anything. You can now see it's already highlighted again. So if you've got a massive block of data here, that would be highlighted, showing that the product you're about to add in is actually already there, if you get what I'm trying to say. And yes, it's obviously not a very complex way to do it, but for the course, it's completely adequate for anyone that's, it depends on your skill level as a virtual assistant. Obviously, if you've got Excel skills and knowledge, then fine, you can create and input formulas to pull off this and speed up the process. If not, you can start off with this process and then improve it over time as you get more confident and understand everything a bit better. So as you go down, of course, the next one, you grab the ASIN. You'd obviously put in, you can see this is 1 of 1. You've not entered it. It's the first one in this block of data that you've come across. Obviously, you would enter that, and you would enter that, and you would enter that. Once all this data has come up, let's say I'm making up a couple of bits. That's got 4, that's got 5, that's got 3, 7. This is just imaginary product and ASIN, so don't worry about what I'm actually putting in these boxes. Once you've done that, you could then go to data and create a filter. And then what you would do is you can filter by the quantities here. So it'd be Z to A for some reason. I guess that's the lowest. And then you would provide the summary sheet, which would be this would be the summary sheet. And obviously you would attach it with the raw data, which would be the raw data here. And you would then have all the 7 days, or a month, or 2 weeks, or 3 days, however much you are asked to do. And from that data, the business owner can then go straight away onto this and be like, okay, right, well, I've sold several in the last 7 days. That's about 1 a day. How many did I buy? Go back and look. And what you could also add as a layer of process to this is you can have remaining. Quantity. Now, that is an extra thing because you would have to actually cross-reference with the Seller Central account. to see what's left. So as a basic rule of, the very first step is to get this data. For example, if I know personally as a business owner I only bought 10 because that's my max, I see 7 in the last 7 days, I will then go back and look if the product can still be bought for the price that I bought this at. Because if I only bought 10, I only have 3 left, and that is only going to let me have enough products. I only have 3 units left for 3 days worth of sales. That's not much. So I can go back and see if this product actually can be purchased for the same price. Maybe I will buy 15 or 10 again. And as a virtual assistant, if you've got access to the correct Seller Central account areas in inventory and the FBA inventory, you can go back, you could actually go and then add in an extra layer of information here. Let's just do this. This is something you'll have to go and discuss with the owner themselves, because they'll have to give you specific access to certain aspects. I never did that with the virtual assistant I had, because I was in control or on top of the quantities and all that sort of thing at the time. So I didn't need this, but depending on the amount of involvement that the business owner has within the company and within the Amazon business, this may be something that they ask you to add, and they will be able to show you and advise you how to go about that. All it would be is you would be given access to the inventory. You would then go onto the inventory screen, take the ASIN and then paste it into a search bar, and then it would come up with the quantities remaining. At the fulfillment center, it will say how many are on the way to Amazon, still not yet arrived, and so on. And from that, you can come up with a value that's remaining, or a quantity that can still be sold at some point. And from that, you could even then suggest, such as if you've got access to BuyBook Pro or FBA Multi-Tool, you could then analyze the number of sellers, cross-reference that with the number of products sold of that product within the month, and come up with a rough estimate. You might say, you might come up with 15. You can see that's what's left. Actually, you suggested 15. And then the business owner might be saying, I get 10. But the business owner may want to control that part. The business owner may want to control that part, and may only get you to do the summary of the managed orders per week. And this is something that, if you overlook it, you're losing out on all of these leads, is what it is. Like, as the business owner, you're losing these leads because you are forgetting about them. If you're selling hundreds and hundreds of different products every single day, week, month, you will forget certain aspects of the products you're selling, which could obviously be, each product is all, if you can source it, is money. You know, it's worth something to someone, somewhere, and it should be worth something to you. So yeah, I'm going to leave the video there. Hopefully it was informative, and obviously the business owner will be able to give you extra feedback and develop this into their own, mold this into their own sort of picture and vision for the future of their business. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next video.